Hello, everybody, and welcome to Day 2 of the Greater Saint Helens League Track and Field Championships, a live joint sports broadcast brought to you by EPS Sports and VPS Game Time. I'm Matt Griffin.
And I'm Rodney Lawrence.
And there is the track. We're about 15 minutes away from the first running event of the day. We'll go down there in just a couple of minutes. A great day of action yesterday.
Yeah, we sure did. Sure had some real good races, some fast times. We thought they were a little faster than they ultimately were, but they still turned out to be some real good times.
I understand lots and lots of personal bests and season bests yesterday.
Yeah.
I did get the rundown in the 3A category. The top 4 finishers in each event head on to state.
Oh, okay.
And
good
in
deal.
the 4A category division, the top 3 will go on to state. Scott, your key is open. There we go. And right now, let's go down to our winner circle. Jackson Pace is there with one of our meet organizers.
I'm here with Scott Eschels. He's one of the judges here in this, what do you call it, a timing booth. We're here also with all of these trophies for the schools to win. Yeah, so can you explain to me how this whole system works back here?
Sure, it's called fully automatic timing, called FAT timing. So the system, we got 2 cameras up here. It's actually a regular system and a backup system, just in case one of them fails. Much more accurate because it instantaneously recognizes when the gun goes off. And our system measures down to the 5/1000ths of a second, which is really helpful. If you saw yesterday, the girls 3A 100, literally first 5 girls came across in 2/100ths of a second. So it recognizes when the gun goes off, and then we capture the video of the kids coming across the line and replay it on a monitor.
So what is it like to run such a big event like this? Like, is it more stressful than a normal track meet?
We have 11 teams here. 3A has 6 teams and the 4A has 5 teams. So it really is, a lot of the prep work is done, obviously, like anything big, before the meet occurs. We've got each of the schools brings helpers, and we organize that probably 2 months in advance, verify all the workers a week and a half in advance. We've got maybe 8 to 10 from Union High School, which is where I'm from, and I've been here at 8 a.m. the last 2 mornings getting ready.
Wow. So as you mentioned, you're from Union. Is it harder for you to, maybe judge impartially, or is that pretty easy for you guys?
With the camera, a lot easier to judge impartially. I shouldn't say easier, but the camera doesn't lie. When your torso comes across, that's when you finished. And so for me, it's actually easier, I think, to be impartial here, just because I've got all these different schools, and I can put my full attention into running a district meet as opposed to my own team, because I'm trying to coach and also time at the same time at just a dual meet where it's us Union against a different school.
Yeah. So with all this system, is there any event that's easier to judge than another event, or is it all about the same?
I would say that it's easier to determine a winner or first and second place when they're further apart. So therefore, the longer the distance, the more distance between each finisher. But we do have to scroll through frame by frame, so it takes a little bit longer for the 2 mile. But the hundreds are all really close. We have to determine within a couple inches who came first and who came second.
Is there any event in track that's your favorite?
I've been coaching distance and cross country for 20 years, so I'm definitely partial to those events because I've been coaching it. Favorite event to watch is a 4x100 relay. Super stressful if you have a relay team in there, but watching 3 good handoffs and 4 really fast people run is really exciting.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, this is Scott. Thank you so much for showing us how this whole system works. All right, Matt and Ronnie, back to you guys. All right. Thank you.
Okay. Hopefully I went
That photo finish.
Yeah.
5 runners coming across the line. I think that was the 3A 100 meter.
100 meter, yeah.
Top 5 runners came across in 2/100ths of a second.
Yeah.
The first 3 runners came in at 13.44.
Yeah,
they went down to thousandths of a second.
Yeah, to pick the winner. Yeah, that FAT system definitely is worth all the money they pay for it to make sure we send the right kids to the championship.
Yeah, I had an earlier discussion down there at the timing table, and they said in a typical photo finish or typical race, they'll be able to sort the winners, even if it's close, between 30 seconds and 2 minutes before they get it sorted out. They said that 3A 100-meter dash for the women yesterday took them 12 minutes to get sorted because they were pushing frame by frame by frame. And I don't think they said how quickly that camera records.
Right. No, I don't think they did
either. Our video, typical video cameras, will record at a certain frame rate, and that fully automatic timing system records dozens of times faster than that. So they've got frames down to the absolute millisecond. So really fun to watch. Let's talk about the weather, Rodney.
It's warm today. Yesterday was nice. I mean, it was good running weather. It was still nice breeze still blowing out here. See the flags just blowing around real good. But it's warmer today, and we've got the longer distance today, so that's going to be interesting. I hope these kids, did the hydration thing. They probably should have been hydrating since yesterday to get ready for a run like this today, but hopefully we're not going to have anybody dealing with the heat. This is our first real hot days of this year, and we're running distance running. So I'm, hoping everybody's going to be okay. Curious to make sure that all the kids hydrated the way they were supposed to, so they can run their best race out here today.
If you can trust my phone, it says current temperature is about 83 degrees, and the forecast on my phone at least says that it probably won't get any hotter than that. Though I think it was forecast to get up close to 90.
Yeah,
so
I think
we'll
you're
see.
right. Yeah, I think it was.
So we are, about 8 minutes away from our first race, the 3A Women's 3,200 meter run. There are a total of 20 running events today, and as we get winners in each of those events, we'll bring them down to the winner's circle for an interview with Jackson. Right now, we're going to step away just for a second as we get ready for our first race. We'll be right back as we just leave you with some sights and sounds of the field as we get ready for our first running event. Was going to mention back here again, Matt Griffin and Rodney Lawrence, going to mention again that yesterday's broadcast and today's broadcast are a joint venture between Vancouver Public Schools and Evergreen Public Schools. We have current students and alumni and video production teachers and staff running cameras, running audio, running graphics, interviewing winners down at the winner's circle. So I want to thank my counterparts from Vancouver Public Schools for helping make this event a success. Hey, there we are, Rodney.
Yeah,
we're on
all
TV.
Right.
just for folks watching at home, it is a little bit harder for us to provide coverage of all the field events because we just simply don't have enough people, enough wireless cameras to show you what's going on here at McKenzie Stadium. From where we are in the stands, we can see the high jump pit, we can see the discus pit, and I believe they just wrapped up one flight of the discus. On the far side of the track over here, we can see the pole vault pit, but our long jump and high jump pits are at the back of the stadium. So, in between races or maybe even during races, we'll show you some of the action going on at some of our field events, and we'll do our best to bring you some interviews with some of the athletes from our field events down there in the winner's circle.
So do we have any? So it looks like starting here, we got the men's 3A 3200. Is there anybody who is just the big standout on this one?
This is the women's.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the women's. Yeah.
The same
two
girls that we saw yesterday in the 3A women's 1600 meter run, Mary Dunford from Prairie and Emily Phelps. Kind of the run of show is once we get closer to the start of each event, we will bring you lane assignments and entries. And I think Rodney just got, let's see, what do we have here? We have some winners in some of our first field events. So let's just go ahead and read those. Maybe you guys want to show, let's see, do we have, we do have a winner in the discus if we want to show the discus circle there. The winner in the 3A women's discus throw, Michaela Preston from Mountain View High School, with a throw of 113 feet 1 inch.
Wow, nice throw.
Besting Allie Harmon of Kelso High School by about, what is that, 417 feet. So Allie Harmon from Kelso High School, 96 feet 7 inches. Caitlin Chow also heading to state from Mountain View High School with a throw of 91 feet 10 inches. And your last state qualifier, Jordania Salavea from Fort Vancouver High School with a throw of 84 feet 9 inches. Congratulations to all of those young women heading to state. Now here are the winners in the 3A women's shot put. The winner, Jasmine Tiatia from Evergreen High School with a throw of 42 feet 11 inches in the shot put. Allie Harmon, again from Kelso High School, also going to state in another event, second place with a throw of 37 feet 5 inches. Jordania Salavea from Fort Vancouver High School, third place with a throw of 35 feet 8 inches. And our last state qualifier is Michaela Preston from Mountain View High School with a throw of 32 feet 11 and a half inches. And then here are the winners in the 4A women's discus. In the 4A division, the top three go to state, so we'll give you those. Winner from Union High School is Lexi Raymore with a throw of 104 feet. The winner, or second place, also from Union High School, Janina Carey with a throw of 103 feet and 4 inches. And our third and final state qualifier, Rebecca Knight in third place from Camas High School with a throw of 95 feet 6 inches.
Well, yeah, those are some real good times out there for some of those athletes there. The number one thrower, Tia. I heard that name, and that's interesting because I actually know that family. I actually coached their brothers at Evergreen in football and in youth ball, so I've known that family for going on about 15 years. So it was nice to see that name right there.
All right, let's throw it down to Jackson in the winner's circle, who has Lexi Raymore, the winner of our 4A discus. Go ahead, Jackson.
I'm here with Victor Naama. He just won discus for 4A. How does it feel?
It feels really good. It was a lot more nerve-wracking than it should have been, but it feels good to crank it out this year. It's my first time winning the discus title. So.
All right, and you joined us here yesterday because you won shot put. How does it feel to come here these 2 days and win twice?
It feels really good. I actually wasn't planning on winning shot because it was really competitive there, but it really, districts brought out the best of me this time, so I did better than I thought I would. So, yeah, I cranked both out.
Yeah. Now, is there a difference in the way you train for shot put and the way you train for discus?
Yeah, the forms are a bit different. I spin and disc, and shot is kind of a straight back kind of throw. So forms kind of mess with each other a little bit, so it's kind of hard intermixing. But yeah, they're definitely different with training and stuff like that.
Yeah. And are you excited for regionals?
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. I was there last year and I did pretty well, so I'm excited to come back. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, Victor Naama, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Congratulations, Victor. Congratulations, Victor. I thought we had the 4A women's winner, Victor winning, of course, in the 4A men's discus throw after winning yesterday in the shot put. So congratulations to him, double district winner. Right now we have the 3A women's 3,200 meter run entries on the track. If we can take a look at our entries, we have Trinity Seal from Evergreen, Sally Anderson from Prairie, Susie Johnson from Prairie, Lauren Sauter from Prairie, Ira Larson from Kelso, Jasmine Bates from Mountain View, Andrea Cernuda Harais from Prairie, Mary Dunford from Prairie, and Emily Phelps from Fort Vancouver.
So just like we said a little earlier in the broadcast here, that Phelps and Dunford are going to be the two athletes to watch here, and they come across it. Right now they're about 2 minutes away from each other as far as their best times up to this point. So this ought to be a pretty tactical race, and we'll kind of see who's going to feel it today with this 80-degree weather, because I'm sure that will play a role here.
They were 1 and 2 yesterday in the 1,600 meter run. So in a typical 3,200 meter run for women, the top finishers will come across in just over 11 minutes, 10 seconds, 11 minutes, 12 seconds. The times for Emily Phelps and Mary Dunford respectively coming into today's event. Let me see if I have, gonna look here. Got lots of paper. I need a paperweight up here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because it's a little windier here at the top of the stands. So right now, for 3,200 meters, Emily Phelps is currently ranked 8th in the state.
Okay. She's definitely got herself set up to do something real good at the state meet and possibly end up on the podium.
And then we mentioned this yesterday, we're counting on a website called athletic.net to give us an idea of where people finish, and it's incumbent upon the coaches to input those times. According to this list, Mary Dunford is not in the top 10, but she does have a top 10 time. So Emily Phelps would be currently ranked 9th in the state, right behind Emily Phelps.
Oh, okay.
So we have 2 top 10 runners who are going to be battling it to the finish, and they are the 2 currently in the lead there.
Pack starting to thin out just a little bit as the pace looks like it has picked up from that first lap.
The trick on a day that's as warm today for distance runners is to run as evenly as you can for the first, 3 quarters of the race. And then you'll see runners, picking up the pace, trying to drop the rest of the pack off.
And I do believe both of these young ladies have a pretty good kick there at the end, so we'll see how that strategy plays itself out in the 3,200.
Yeah, I got to watch both of these young ladies race the 3,000 meter race. 200 meters shorter, which is the distance they run in Oregon. They ran in the Centennial Invitational out in Gresham, and that race which my daughter was in,
Oh,
yeah. Was incredibly fast. The top 8 finishers in the race all set season bests or personal bests.
Oh, wow.
So it was really fast. And by the time it was over, I think there were 3 Washington runners in the race. And of the Oregon runners, 4 of them made top 10 in the state times in that event. So it was really fast.
That's a real fast race, yeah. Coming around here on that final curve again here. Dunford seems to be content with letting Phelps take the lead for at least these first 3 laps.
There in third is Andrea Cernuda Horais. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. She came into the event
at 11:58. Is it that?
Yes.
What that looks like? Yeah. So not too far. I mean, almost a full 30 seconds. Runners stretch pretty far around the track now here. The 3 out front kind of setting the pace.
I'll be interested once we get an interview with our first finishers in these 3,200-meter run to find out what the wind has been like and what the temperature is, because it is a bit warmer than yesterday.
And it's definitely warmer down there on the track than it is up here where we are too. So
yeah, that track will add 10 to 15 degrees.
Yeah, it can.
Just like those fall football games when the turf gets really hot.
Yeah.
Soccer games that get really hot. And that is the halfway mark of the race. Emily Phelps and Mary Dunford coming across in about 5 minutes and 30 seconds, which would put them at roughly an 11-minute finish time if they're running even splits through the second half of the race.
Yeah. Third place has kind of fallen off about 10, 15 meters or so. The race definitely looks like it'll be for first and second.
With 2 runners so evenly matched, it's going to come down to strategy. Can Emily Phelps turn up the pace and drop Mary Dunford off on that leg turnover, or does Mary Dunford just sit back and let the leader do all the work?
And she's been content to do that so far. I mean, the first half of this race, she's just kind of tucked in there behind her and let her take the lead.
In my running days, I had absolutely no kick. So my goal was go out fast and as hard as possible and try and tire everybody out.
Drop them off, huh?
Because if they were within striking distance,
I struck.
I looked like I was running in quicksand. 3 laps remaining. In a race this distance, usually a leader or somebody who's in second or third will try and make a move sometime between 1,200 and 800 meters left to go. Between 3 laps and 2 laps left to go. Looks like we have a much bigger crowd today.
Yeah, we sure do. Both runners still look real good, real relaxed, comfortable.
2 laps remaining. They're coming through that 6th lap at about 8:39. Still on pace to run around 11 minutes even.
There's 3rd place, just now crossing the finish line there. Dropped off now about 100 meters.
And we're watching them on the back straightaway. It looks like Emily Phelps is trying to put some distance on Mary Dunford.
Yeah, it sure is. Mary looks like she's going to let her go ahead and do it. We'll see if that's strategy or she just can't stay with it. I guess we'll figure that out here in the next lap and a half here.
That race they ran at Centennial, the Centennial Invitational a couple weeks ago, I was telling you about. I mean, there was 7 girls who passed the 7th lap all together. And it was a kicker's race for sure.
Yeah. Now she has closed the gap here back on the back stretch. She's for the first time trying to come up beside her, so it looks like she might be getting ready to make her move here as we enter the bell lap, and then she does take the lead on the bell lap.
Mary Dunford moving decisively past Emily Phelps. Let's see if she can respond here in this final 600, or final 300 rather.
Well, she's taking a nice lead now. Phelps looks like she has sped up, but it doesn't look like she's going to be able to catch her because Dunford is just pulling away with every step here right now.
Yeah, Emily Phelps is going to have to put together a really impressive final 200 to close that gap, and I'm not so sure she's going to be able to do it.
No, it doesn't look like she's going to even try. She's just going to let Dunford come through here and
I take it that's the Dunford family right in front of us because I hear lots of shouts of "Go Mary!"
Lots of cheers there for her. She comes across running a great race.
Roughly 11:18 for first place. Congratulations, Mary Dunford, and in second, Emily Phelps, roughly 11:22.
Well, I tell you what, the strategy worked out there for Dunford. She tucked in behind Phelps the entire race. I mean, didn't even step out from behind her until we got to the a lap and a half left. And then as soon as they hit that bell lap, just took off. Decided that it'd be interesting to see what that last 400 split was. It definitely looked like it might have been the fastest one she ran out of all of them.
Down the final 30 meters is our third place finisher. Andrea Cernuda Harais from Prairie, congratulations. And that is Jasmine Bates from Mountain View, followed close behind in fourth place. Now yesterday, they started the meet with a few timing problems, and so they were a little late getting that first race underway, but by the time we got going, they picked up and they ended right on time.
Yeah, they sure did. Still pretty close there to the time. The 4A 3,200 girls down there at the bottom of the track.
Hey, we're as we wait the start of the 4A women's 3,200 meter, we want to go down to our winner's circle for another great interview.
Now, how long have you been coaching at Bay? Hi, I'm here with Tom Peterson. He is the head track coach at Bay for the boys. How long have you been at Bay?
I've been at Hudson's Bay for this will be 24 years.
24 years, wow. Now, is it true you're leaving after?
Me and Phoebe have decided to call it quits.
Yeah, but you're still staying on as cross-country coach, correct?
I'm still coming back because we still have a big runnery in the fall, yes.
How did you decide to stay as cross-country and not as track?
I just haven't had much time to prepare my successor who's in place there, how to run the runnery. So once I do that, I'll be probably leaving cross country too. But there's not as much stress in cross country either. You know, track is a lot of work, a lot of events. Cross country, you just go out and run.
Yeah. So what has had the biggest impact on you as a coach throughout your coaching career?
Definitely the kids. Just, you know, we've had really good athletes. We've had some that aren't so good, but just the camaraderie, the just watching them get better, watching them come out, watching them compete, finding out who they are. Yes, it's. I'm going to be missing the kids.
How does it feel to leave after your many years at Bay?
It's going to be tough. I mean, it's tough watching all this going by, but we've got a lot of good young coaches in place, and they'll probably do a better job than I ever did. So I just got to be honest about it. So,
what's your favorite memory from your years of coaching?
My favorite memory. You know, I've got several good memories. You know, we had a blind runner, Ray Hughes, 10, 12, 14, 15 years ago, I don't know. But he was blind, but he could still see the grass. And up in Battleground, he always wanted to break 6 minutes in the mile. And he was able to run a 5:50 mile. When he started crying and everything, I thought, this is cool. And then there was, of course, we've had some state champion winners. And one of my favorite athletes was always Fontella Hooper. And I'll share this story. Is they just put in a new track at Bay, and we were painting some boards, black track, white paint, and next thing I know, the paint's gone, and Fontella was painting her name in the new track at the other end of the field, and I was just freaking out. But it was one of the funniest things, because her last name was Hooper, and she got to Fontella Ho. And I said, we're leaving that. And that freaked her out. So we got the black paint, covered it up. But I'll never forget that incident either. So.
All right. Well, again, Tom Peterson, thank you so much. And congrats on your retirement. Back to you guys.
Tom, thank you so much. Every coach has
a story.
Has a story or two if you stay long enough in track and field. And we want to thank Tom Peterson from Hudson's Bay High School for his years of service to the fine young people in our community. Let's take a look at the entrance for the 4A women's 3,200 meter dash, or 3,200 meter run.
The dash. There you go.
There will be a few of them who feel like they're dashing. Chloe Buzzard from Camas, Alina Stevens from Battleground, Brooklyn Baldwin from Union, Cameron Mock from Camas, Phoebe Abraziz from Camas, Bella Distanti from Camas, Samantha Williams from Skyview, Ashley McKinstry from Camas, Isabella Abraziz from Camas, Caitlin Flolo from Camas, Aspen Ashcroft from Camas, Haley Brodall from Union, and Hallie Jenkins from Camas.
And the race is off. Hallie Jenkins is coming into this race with the best time with 11:20. And Union, the Union gal there, Brodall, coming in at 11:34. So kind of see how this race kind of plays itself out. The 3A race, the Wincombe Phelps, who came in with the fastest time, didn't actually win this race, so we'll see how this kind of plays itself out on this one.
I'm going to look here at our 4A rankings to see where they might shake out, and they are not listed in the top 10 right here, but let's see if their seed times should rightly give them a place. Okay, they are just outside the top 10 for the 4A women.
So the 4A women just a little slower than the 3A.
I want to ask the booth, is Jackson's mic still open? We might want to bring that down. I can't tell if it's still open or not. All right. The hardest part, technically, of any track and field meet is the audio.
Yeah, it sure is. And there we go. Jenkins comes across that first lap far out ahead of the rest of the pack. Brodal not even considering going with her. She's going to stay back with the pack.
All right, well, we watched this race unfold. Hallie Jenkins with a comfortable lead after we've just finished the first lap. Let's go back down to the winner's circle. Jackson Brodal has Emily Phelps and Mary Dunford are 1-2 in the 3A women's 3200. Take it away, Jackson.
I'm here with Emily Phelps and Mary Dunford. They just competed in the 3A 3200. We got first place and runner-up, so congrats to you both. So we talked to you yesterday for the mile, the 1600, and now we're talking to you again for the 3200. How does it feel to win both the mile and the 2-mile race?
It feels pretty good, yeah. It's just fun to come out here and compete, so.
Yeah, and that whole race, you guys were pretty close until up there at the end, and you pulled through. What's that like out there? I mean, when you see that and you accomplish that, what's that like?
I mean, we're kind of used to working together in races just to push ourselves to be the best that we can do for that day. So, I mean, it's just like we have a great atmosphere. We're just always pushing each other, and it's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and you are a senior, correct? You have any college plans? You going to run track in college?
Yeah, I'm planning to run at Gonzaga next year. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Well, again, yeah, congrats to both of you guys. 3A 3200. So we're going to send it back up to you guys.
Yeah, and those young women have been competing together for a number of years, always pushing each other. When I was taking a look at cross-country finishes last fall, they're always up there, 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pushing each other. It's a friendly sport, that distance running thing. They kind of because they're always running against each other and in all kinds of things, club-wise, school-wise. And they just kind of get out there and they get to know each other. And you can see, and I don't know if they had the conversation and she says, hey, I'm going to let you lead the race and I'm going to tuck in behind you all day long and step out on that last lap and take it. But that's what happened.
Yeah, it does every now and then. But by and large, you're going to have athletes who make friendships because they are competing against one another in the Greater Saint Helens League.
Yeah.
They see each other at invitationals. I'll mention my daughter again.
Mm-hmm.
She's a senior and she's been competing against some of the girls who are also seniors for 4 years, and she's got some really good friendships even though they aren't on the same team.
Right.
And they follow each other on Instagram and whatnot, and trade congratulatory remarks when people decide where they're going to head off to college, if they're going to do that.
Good deal. Well, Jenkins is taking a commanding lead in this race and is not going to relinquish it at all. I don't think that there's anybody out there who is even worrying about her right now. They're going to sit there and be content to run in that pack.
Well, and if you look at some of the seed times for this race, the young ladies who are running, in third through sixth place right now, they come in with seed times that are only about 5 seconds apart. So that's really going to be the race for those next 3 slots after Hallie Jenkins next 2 slots after Hallie Jenkins to try and make it onto the state competition.
Coming down the track, running very comfortably.
I really did appreciate that both Emily and Mary were both down there for that interview because I know they have been friendly competitors for a long time. So we are about halfway through the race. Hallie Jenkins crossing through the first mile in about 5:42. Which should put her across the finish line a little bit slower than Emily Phelps ran that last race.
She is definitely out front. I mean, she, from the beginning of this race, she took the lead handily and just got out there about, looks like about 30 meters ahead of everybody else and decided that that's where she was going to stay.
I was talking with Roy Rosenbach, coach from Union, and he said, well, the boring race is first. He said the 3,200. I said, well, I'm a former distance runner, so that's the most exciting race to me. He says, but they're just so long.
Mm-hmm.
You always get those kids who come out as freshmen first year, and you get a 100-meter, 200-meter runner, and they ask the distance kid, how far is a 3,000? And they say 7.5 laps. And they say 7.5 laps. They'd never heard of something so long.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. I don't run that far in practice.
While this race is still underway, I'm going to give you a couple results that are just in from some of our field events. So we'll just continue to watch the race there. In the 3A long jump, it was Darius Dansell from Prairie High School with a leap of 21 feet 4 inches. In second place, Trayshawn Foreman from Mountain View High School with a jump of 21 feet 1.5 inches. Nolan Mickenham, who had a really great day yesterday,
yeah, he sure did,
winning the 100 and the 200. He placed third from Prairie High School, 21 feet. And our final qualifier, Sam Chim from Kelso High School with a jump of 20 feet 4 inches. In the 4A women's long jump, we have Lucy George from Camas High School, who won with a jump of 16 feet 8.5 inches. Maddie Schalk from Union High School, second place with a jump of 15 feet 5 inches. Josephine Rhine takes our last qualifying spot from Camas High School. She came in third with a jump of 15 feet 4 inches. And then here are your results, top 3 finishers in the 4A discus. Of course, Jackson interviewed Victor Naama from Union High School, a throw of 135 feet 2 inches. Jackson Saylor placed second from Union High School, 120 feet 8 inches. And Nick Kluka from Camas High School, the final state qualifier, with a throw of 120 feet 1 inch.
So those are some pretty good throws. They have a chance. And did we have those on the in the top 10?
I do have 4A top 10 here. 1 second, Rodney. Lots of paper shuffling. 3A. So we have Hallie Jenkins. The second and third place runners have closed some distance on her. She has a lead of about 40 meters right now. And if the seed times hold true, we'll look at some jerseys here. Haley Brodall from Union and Aspen Ashcroft from Camas in the 2 and 3 positions. And there's your bell lap. Hallie Jenkins out front. We'll see what these second and third place finishers have to say about the final lap here. And they're picking up the pace. Hallie Jenkins has yet to start kicking.
Well, yeah. Okay, so looking here at the discus, the young men from down here are going to definitely have a battle when they go into the regionals, trying to get in the state there. 135 doesn't get them in the top 10. The top number 10 of the top 10 is 146.
That is a throw.
Yeah, and the number 1 guy in the state right now is thrown at 176. feet 10 inches out of Walla Walla. So,
all right, Hallie Jenkins has a race on her hands all of a sudden. I'm wondering if it's the heat, but there is Haley Brodall from Union moving into second place, and she's about to reel Hallie Jenkins in.
Yeah, she sure is.
We'll see how decisively. You can tell that Hallie Jenkins can hear her coming out behind, and she's throwing in her kick.
Up.
Not enough to hold her off.
No.
And there's Aspen Ashcroft battling for second.
Oh, and it looks like
I think that would go to Aspen Ashcroft.
I think you're right. Good race there by those three. I mean, Haley Jenkins ran a race.
Okay.
She's down on the track right now.
Yeah, let's just go ahead and say heat was an issue.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And it's really hard when you're that much faster than the rest of the field.
Yeah.
To lead out front like that without anybody pushing you. But I think she let her guard down there.
Yeah.
And she could hear the footsteps coming up behind her until she decided to kick. Great race.
Yeah.
Great race.
Great race. She led that one all the way around and showed us a nice little kick at the end. I mean, she ran a real good race. You could tell how strong she is. I mean, to be that far ahead of everybody. What unofficially would you kind of come across with there on that one?
I didn't. I was
okay.
I was too busy watching the race.
Yeah, I got you. Get caught doing that, but yeah, she ran a strong race the entire race and still had a kick. So, that's always something to look forward to when you're getting ready to go to the next level, because you're going to run into some kids once you get up north that are going to challenge her. I mean,
yeah,
there could be somebody in her hip pocket the entire race. She takes that same race up north.
Well, and that's what pushed Emily Phelps and Mary Dunford to faster times in that 3A race, was having a friend and a competitor pushing you the entire way. Hallie Jenkins having to do that by herself, and then obviously these girls coming across instantly grabbing water. You can tell they're tired.
Yeah, they sure are.
And affected by the heat. Windy.
Yeah, it sure is. All right, next race is one of the toughest races on the track, I've always thought. I used to run this race myself when it was called the 330 low hurdles. But we've got the 300-meter hurdles here, the 3A boys first here.
Yeah, where as the last runners come across, yes, all the runners have come across for the 3,200, so we have the hurdles crew bringing the last sets of hurdles out onto the track, so it'll take us a couple more minutes to get set. Okay, hopefully Jackson's going to ask her about the heat. He's down in the winner's circle with Hallie Jenkins. Go ahead, Jackson.
Hi, I'm here with Hallie Jenkins. You just won 4A 3,200. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so you held a solid lead that whole time. Is it hard to train to keep such a big lead?
I personally like racing from the back than coming up, but I just felt good on the first mile, so I tried to take it out and do my best.
How hard is it to sprint that last 100, 200 meters after running, what is that, 2 miles?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's mostly like mental toughness and I was pretty confident in my kick in the last 100 meters, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you're tired, so we're going to let you go. Congratulations. So, yeah, Matt and Ronnie, back to you guys.
Congratulations, Hallie. Great race. Great race.
Yeah, it sure was. Yeah, she's that's interesting that she ran a race like that and didn't run the way she likes to run. So that strategy she talks about, running from behind and then coming up, it'll probably fare much better as she goes up north and competes against some faster athletes.
Yeah, as she gets into a more crowded field, she'll be able to work off another runner, either tuck in behind or get on the inside of the track and drag some people along.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like they have all the hurdles set up here on the track.
And we're just about running about 5 minutes behind schedule. As we look across the track for the starter, I think he's motioning to our timing tent. We'll wait for a white flag from the timing tent to indicate that they're ready. I see Coach Rosenbach here rearranging some flags. We do have all the athletes at the start line there on the far side of the track. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lane assignments for the 3A men's 300-meter hurdles. This is event number 3. We're looking for graphic number 3, the men's 3A 300-meter hurdles. Scott, do you have the lane assignments for this race? All right. We won't have lane assignments for this, but we do see the gun is up. Jaquan Collins from Mountain View in, all right. Oh, we see, okay, let's read these real quick. Josh Holbert from Mountain View, Max Bergen from Kelso in lane 2, Kenneth Ogbiama from Prairie in lane 3, David McKenzie, who had a great run yesterday, from Mountain View in lane 4, Caleb Saggart from Prairie, also great runs in the 100-meter, or 10-meter hurdles yesterday. James McKenzie from Mountain View. Porter LaRange from Evergreen in lane 7. In lane 8, it's Ryan Rose from Prairie and Jaquan Collins from Mountain View in lane 9. So look for lanes 4 and 5 in the center of the track as they come around. I believe they have the fastest seed times coming into the race.
Yeah, they sure do. They sure do. This is a tough race. This is the last time, if any of these guys decide they're going to do it collegiately, this is the last time. It's a 300.
That's right. We do 400.
Guns up, and looks like we've got a clean start already right there in the middle of the track.
Look at him make up that.
McKenzie's making up staggers right now, and he is getting about 15 steps per hurdle, which is exactly what you want to be able to do. He's coming around this curve. Lane 3 is Prairie, who comes out.
Kenneth Ogbiama.
When he hits that hurdle, Mountain View coming up strong on him, and he's going to finish third. In first place, Prairie. We did not pick him to come across in that position.
We'll see if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Kenneth Ogbiama from Prairie, the winner of that race. He came in with the third fastest seed time, but pulled out a victory. Congratulations, Kenneth.
I'm sure McCambie and Sargent were not expecting him. He kind of snuck up on him coming out of lane 3. They didn't see him the whole race until they got to the stagger.
Okay. I do see Kenneth down in the winner's circle. Let's hold off on that interview until we run this next race, because I know they'll probably, I don't want to shortchange his moment in the spotlight. Yeah, so let's take a look at the lane assignments here for the 4A men's 300-meter hurdles. Andrew Vanderwood from Camas in lane 1. Gregory Montague from Skyview in lane 2. Quentin Patterson from Camas in lane 3. Kaysen Shepard from Camas is in lane 4. Zach Meyer from Skyview in lane 5. Kevin Fadlovich from Camas in lane 6. Diego Padilla from Union in lane 7. In lane 8, it's Drew Christensen from Battleground. And in lane 9 from Union, it's Jonah Mack.
And in this heat as well, lanes 4 and 5 bringing in the faster times.
Yeah, those two, Kaysen Shepard and Zach Meyer, really battled it out in the 110-meter hurdles yesterday.
They sure did. They sure did.
both dipping just under 41 seconds, which is a real good time for a high school hurdler. And I have my top 10 list here in the 4A. I'm guessing that those two young men are just outside the top 10, so we're looking at top 20 athletes at least. All right, we have a white flag, so let's get this race underway, and then we'll throw it down to Jackson for an interview as soon as we get these athletes across the finish line. Got the guns up. Race officials getting everybody sorted in their blocks. And we did find out yesterday, if you make a false start, you are out of the race.
You are.
Which you don't want to see, especially for some of these athletes where this might be a final high school race of their career.
Yeah, you sure do. It's kind of rare that they do it in this race. They can kind of sit into the blocks, and the start is not as important.
It's really how you attack those hurdles.
Yeah, it sure is. And we've got over the first hurdle. That does look like that was Shepard. He did stutter step it, though, so that's always see how that kind of affects him coming around.
How difficult is it, Rodney, if you stutter step that first hurdle to get back on your rhythm
sometimes you can get it. It looks like he only stutter stepped the first one, and he's been attacking the rest of them, so kind of worked out in his favor on this. Wind is in their face coming down this last stretch, so it makes it a tough race. And there you go, and that's what we were kind of talking about. He stutter stepped that last hurdle, came up on him, I think, just a little quicker than he thought it was. With the wind blowing in his face, probably pushed him back a little further.
And hitting that hurdle made all the difference. That was Zach Meyer from Skyview with the win. Right now, Jackson ready down at the winner's circle? All right. We'll hold off on that for a second as we get ready for our 3A race.
Looks like I'm looking down there. Looks like you might be ready now.
We'll wait for the cue from the booth. All right, he is ready. Go ahead, Jackson, with the winner of the 3A hurdles.
Hi, I'm here with Ken. He just won the 3A 300-meter hurdles. Is that right?
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How is this training for the 300 hurdles? How does it compare to training for maybe the 110 hurdles, which I heard you ran yesterday?
Training for the 300 is a lot more intense. Like usually during our practices, we would go over here and practice jumping over hurdles, but we would practice 100 meters or 150 meters. Should make us repeat that over and over until we get to the point where we don't get as tired while we're doing the actual race.
Yeah, no, are you ready for state? You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, is this your favorite event to run?
No, this is my least favorite event to run.
What's your favorite event?
110 hurdles is my favorite event.
110 hurdles, so still hurdles, but a little bit shorter.
Yeah, a lot shorter.
All right, well, Ken, thank you and congratulations. So, Matt and Ronnie, back to you guys.
Congratulations, Ken, on your victory. Scott, your key is open. Thank you. During that race, we have to say goodbye to Rodney Lawrence. He has a work commitment that he has to get to, so everybody gets to listen to the dulcet tones of my wonderful voice for the rest of the track meet. I don't think we have time for lane assignments here because they are in their blocks. This is the 3A women's 300-meter hurdles. I do want you to be mindful of lane 4, Catherine Cattermoss from Mountain View High School. Catherine Cattermoss from Mountain View won the 100-meter hurdles yesterday in very commanding fashion. And as they hit that first corner, the only corner in this race. She has made up the stagger and is in the lead decisively. Catherine coming into this race with a seed time roughly 3 seconds faster than her next closest competitor, a time of 45.93. Getting pushed there by Grace Twist from Evergreen High School, but it's going to be Catermas across the line in roughly 45.99. And that was Grace Twist in second from Evergreen High School, and I believe that in third was Haley Graham from Kelso. Great race from Catherine. And as we wait the start of this next race, I'm going to try and grab this. I believe Catherine has some top 10 times in the state 4A. Yes, she is currently ranked second in the state for the 300-meter hurdles, with a great time of 45.93. And she is a senior, so what a great finish to her senior season, winning the 300-meter hurdles. Congratulations, Catherine. On the track now, just getting settled in their lanes, are the 4A women 300-meter hurdlers. We can take a look at the lane assignments there. In lane 1, it's Madison Merrill from Skyview. In lane 2, Sierra Scordino from Camas. In lane 3, it's Lolo Weatherspoon from Union High School. In lane 4, Annalise Ward from Union. In lane 5, Ella Wilkes from Camas. In lane 6, Ariana Suarez from Union High School. In lane 7, Caden Anderson from Battleground. In lane 8 from Camas, it's Mariah Ephraim. And in lane 9 from Battleground, it is Giselle Torres. Now coming into this event, Annalise Ward, Ella Wilkes, and Weatherspoon, Lolo Weatherspoon from Union, all coming in with seed times very close to one another, just over 48 seconds. But you're definitely going to watch lanes 3, 4, and 5 in this race, provided there's no disasters over the hurdles. Getting everybody settled in their blocks. Gun is up. And a clean start. And Lola Weatherspoon in lane 3 out to a very quick start. Coming around that turn, it looks like Annalise Ward and Ella Wilkes. Ella Wilkes from Camas. It's going to be who can attack these final 2 hurdles. And that was Annalise Ward just ducking past Ella Wilkes from Camas at the tape, crossing that last hurdle together. Great race. As we get ready for another interview down in the winner's circle, the hurdle crews will get the hurdles off the track as we start to gather the men and women for the 800-meter run. This is a race that combines speed with endurance. You'll often have a mix of 800-meter runners who consider themselves sprinters and another group of 800-meter runners who will consider themselves distance runners. So sometimes you'll have some great 400-meter runners that jump up to the 800-meter distance, and then say milers who jump down in distance to run the 800-meter. take us a couple minutes here. Get the hurdles off the track. As we've been here at the meet, we've had both parents and athletes ask us about our broadcast. We are live right now on Comcast channels 28 and 328, and we are streaming live on the Evergreen Public Schools YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Evergreen Schools. We've also embedded that on our Facebook page. But throughout the rest of the summer, Day 1 and Day 2 of the Greater Saint Helens League Track and Field Championships will get plays throughout the summer on the channels of TV, etc., largely channels 28 and 328. So take a look at those channels over the summer. You want to relive some moments, and I know there are some athletes who are asking me, when can I see my race again? All right, let's throw it down to our winner's circle for an interview. Jackson has Annalise Ward, the winner of the 4A 300-meter hurdles. Take it away, Jackson.
Hi, I'm here with Annalise Ward. She just won the 4A 300-meter hurdles. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So it was kind of close after her.
No, yeah.
Yeah. How was it?
I love it. When you have that competition next to you, it really pushes you. And it pushes your competitors and your teammates and people out there running with you. So it felt good. It felt really good.
Yeah, and you talked to us yesterday because you won the 100-meter hurdles also. So you're up 2 now, I guess. How does training for the 300-meter hurdles compare to training for the 100-meter hurdles?
It's a lot of endurance training. You really have to have the endurance to push that last 5 hurdles, in the last 100 meters. But other than that, it's about the same. You just really have to stride and pump your arms and really push. It comes down to a mental game for the last 100. If you really want it, then you will push for sure. And it helps with that competition at the very end when you have somebody there helping you, push for that very last end for sure.
Yeah, and are you excited for state?
If I make it there, yes, hopefully, of course, yes.
Well, all right. Again, Annalise Ward, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Jackson. Congratulations, Annalise Ward. I'm looking at my my top times in the 4A division for the 300-meter hurdles, and it cuts off at the top 10. But I know that she is definitely a top 20 competitor in the 4A hurdles as she heads on to state. So congratulations there. I tell you what, I need a couple more. I need to just collect some rocks to weight down all the papers I have. when Rodney had to go, I'm now in charge of 2 sets of papers. So we are a couple minutes away from the first of our 800-meter runs, scheduled for 5 o'clock, and so it looks like we are right on schedule. So in a race like this, they will never run early, because if runners are told they're going to run at 5 o'clock or 5:30, you don't want to bring them onto the course early. We want to make sure that everybody has the appropriate time to warm up, to stretch, cool down, and prepare for next race if they're running another race on the day. I did mention all the students who are videographers here today, and I really want to thank them, because they're going to school for roughly 8 hours, racing across town in some instances to get here to help us out. And I think we got out of here about 8:30 or 9 o'clock last night by the time we packed up the truck. and all of our equipment. In football season and soccer season, it's not uncommon for these athletes to come out here for 8 hours in a doubleheader football game, and that's like working a 16-hour day. These kids really love video production, so I really appreciate all their help. Thank you very much, Nick Vole, my counterpart from Vancouver Public Schools, who brought out lots of kids today. Thank you very much, Nick. He has tickets to the Blazers game, and I think you should leave it here on Comcast 28 and 328. I think we'll be done before the Blazers game kicks off. Oh, Scott says you have to stay until we're done. So you'll miss the first half. You might make the second half.
For what I paid for those tickets.
He says, Scott, for what he paid for those tickets, he's leaving right now. Thanks a lot, Nick. My counterpart from Vancouver Public Schools, helping make this the first joint live sports broadcast between Evergreen Public Schools and Vancouver Public Schools. Very talented video production students and staff over in Vancouver Public Schools, and I appreciate their help. While we're waiting for the clock to tick down to 5 o'clock for our first 800-meter run, let's take a look at some I will give you some results that were just handed to me. In the 4A women's pole vault, which wrapped up a short time ago, the winner, Anna Bedant from Camas High School with a jump of 10 feet 9 inches. Andy Skalberg from Union High School, second place, with a jump of 9 feet 4 inches. And in tied for second place was Shay McGee from Camas High School, also with a jump of 9 feet 4 inches. I've got the official times now for the 4A 3,200 meter run. Hallie Jenkins just nosing out Aspen Ashcroft from Camas, her teammate. She crossed the finish line in 11:33.5. Aspen in 11:34.8. And Haley Brodall from Union narrowly behind in third place, 11:34.91. And then we just spoke with Ken Obiama from Prairie High School, the winner of the 3A men's hurdles with a time of 40.26. David McKenzie from Mountain View High School, 40.63. Those guys battling it out yesterday, along with Caleb Sagert, who plays third from Prairie High School in 40.86. All three of those runners had great races yesterday in the 110-meter hurdles. In the 4A men's 300-meter hurdles, Zach Meyer from Skyview High School winning the race in 41.37 seconds. And then in second, Kaysen Shepard from Union High School, 41.61. So congratulations to all of our state qualifiers. There I heard Starter encouraging the competitors in the 3A men's 800-meter run to get a move on and get out on the track so they can get their lane assignments. If we have a second, let's take a look at the entries for this race. This is the 3A men's 800. Nathaniel Johnson from Prairie, Ty Nishaw from Prairie, Sheldon Gallipo from Prairie, Andrew Weber, who had a great run yesterday in the 1600, Fort Vancouver, Colton Jorgensen from Kelso, Brandon Chow from Mountain View, Brent Phillips from Prairie, Jaleel James from Kelso, and Garrett Ritter from Mountain View. And actually, it was Andrew Weber in the 400 meter yesterday. So I consult my many papers here. The fastest seed time in this race is Andrew Weber with a seed time of 1:58.26. At this level in high school, your best competitors will be below 2 minutes. At the state level, you have athletes that are going to win state championships by running roughly 151 or 152 in most states. And in this race, all the competitors will stay in their lanes for the first 100 meters, and then they're able to break to the inside of the track. Jockey for position. The gun is up. And as they reach the far side of the track, there's a white line stretching across the track, and there's a judge over there making sure that they stay in their lanes until they hit that white mark, and then they can cut towards the inside lane. And there they are, braking for the inside. Out front early from Prairie, I believe that's Sheldon Gallipo. And this is typically a kicker's race. That's Andrew Weber from Fort Vancouver taking the lead, coming through the first lap in about 58 seconds, which is putting them on pace to run about a 157 if current time holds true. Andrew Weber there now stringing the pack along. Andrew Weber out decisively, and I believe that Sheldon Gallipo just now moving into second place. Now we have another Prairie runner coming up. And Andrew Weber from Fort coming across first, just under 2 minutes. And I believe that was Sheldon Gallipo from Prairie in second. Not a terribly tactical race for Andrew Weber, because he has a seed time so much better than the rest of the field, so he was able to string everybody out after that first 400 meters. But a much more tactical race when you have everybody running in the pack just behind. So as we get the finished places sorted for the 3A men, let's take a look at the entrance for the 4A men. From Heritage, it's Griffin Martinez. From Battleground, Connor Gunter. In Hunter Davenport from Skyview. Andres Solorzano-Jones from Union. Daniel Maton from Camas. Sam Geiger from Camas. Jonathan Riley from Skyview. Andrew Puffer from Camas. And Kawika Marasini from Skyview. The real story here is Daniel Maton. I wasn't able to check it today, but just 2 weeks ago, he had the 5th fastest time in the nation, in the entire country, for the 800-meter run. He ran roughly a 151 and change at the Centennial Invitational, just winning it decisively. It was a very impressive run. And in the 4A, he is the leading 4A category for boys statewide. obviously with a time that's 5th fastest in the country. Yeah, his seed time here will be his best run of the year, and it's 1:51.86, a full 7.5 seconds faster than his teammate from Camas, Sam Geiger, who comes in with a seed time of 1:58.41. Yeah, and he has the fastest time in the state of Washington right now by about 2 seconds. Clean start. And again, as they hit the far side of the track, they'll be able to cut to the inside. Daniel Matan will be obviously the one out front heading into lane 1 first. Expect to see his teammate, there he is, Sam Geiger, now in 2nd place. But as I mentioned, if his seed time holds true, he will probably win this race by 6, 7, 8 seconds. Daniel Matan just competed a week or so ago at the Nike Jesuit Twilight event. 55 seconds and change for his first lap. He competed in the Elite Mile, an invitational only Elite Mile at the Jesuit meet, where I believe he ran roughly a 4:08 mile. Daniel Matan down the straightaway, final 50 meters. Running a roughly 1:54, and there is his teammate Sam Geiger in roughly 1:58, and I believe that was Andre Solorzano-Jones from Union in 3rd. My coworker Wade just bought me some rocks to use as paperweights so my papers don't blow away. Thank you, Wade. We have two more 800-meter runs left to go. Looks like as we head past 5 o'clock, we're past the hottest part of the day. Still about 83 degrees outside. By the time we get to the next race, next 3,200 meter set of 3,200 meter races, temperature should drop a little bit. As the men make their way off the track, we have the women making their way onto the track, the 3A 800. All right, so Jackson is down in the winner's circle with Daniel Mayton, the winner of the 800-meter run. All right, not quite ready yet, so 1 second here. All right, Scott, I think we should wait on that interview until we get this race underway. I don't want to cut these young women short. So let's take a look at the lane assignments for the 3A women's 800-meter run as they move their way onto the track. In lane 1, Alyssa Feeney from Prairie. In lane 2, Olivia Jones from Prairie. In lane 3, Jessica Fiddler from Mountain View. In lane 4, Anna Harrison from Fort Vancouver. In lane 5, Katie Vroman from Prairie. In lane 6, Caller Kirk from Kelso. In lane 7, Kyla Shoddy from Kelso. In lane 8, Damar Campos from Fort Vancouver. And in lane 9, Natalie Garrett from Mountain View. So we'll get down to Daniel Mayton in just a second. Let's get this race in the record books. Gun is up. And a clean start. Coming into this race, the top seed time, Anna Harrison from Fort Vancouver with a time of 2:23. She's currently running in 3rd place. Followed closely behind by Katie Vroman and Jessica Fiddler from Mountain View. So this will be a race for 1, 2, 3, both of those, all 3 of those young ladies with very similar seed times. So let's see how they come across. This is going to be a very tactical race. Anna Harrison now taking the lead from Fort Vancouver. That's Katie Vroman from Prairie in 2nd, coming across in about 70 seconds for that first lap. This race is going to be decided in this next 100 meters here. We'll see who's got starts their kick earliest. And that's Katie Vroman from Prairie moving into the lead. Let's see if Anna Harrison can go with her. We'll see if she went at the right time or a little too early. Coming around that final corner. Katie Vroman from Prairie still in the lead. Anna Harrison trying to overtake her in that final 100. Running side by side. Anna Harrison now taking the lead. Looks like Katie Vroman may have gone a little bit too early with her kick. Anna Harrison from Fort Vancouver coming across in roughly 2:22.8. Congratulations, Anna Harrison from Fort Vancouver, the winner of the 3A Women's 800. All right, now I think we can go down to Jackson Pace, who has Daniel Mayton, the winner of the 4A Boys 800-meter run.
All right, I'm here. Sorry, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Daniel Mayton.
Daniel Mayton, all right. Now, you just won the 4A Boys 800, is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Right, congratulations. Now, what was it like out there? You held a big, solid lead that whole time. Did you know that you were that far ahead of everybody else?
I had a feeling. It was kind of the game plan, just take it out really hard. That's what I did, so, yeah.
Yeah, and you've been to state before. Am I right in saying you've won 4 events at state throughout your high school career?
I won 2 my sophomore year and 2 last year, so.
Yeah, and so how does it feel to be, you're on your way to winning 5 now. How's that feel?
It feels pretty good, you know, just doing the same thing as the years before, getting fit and hoping for the best at state again.
Yeah, and are you ready for regionals and then state?
Yeah, it's going to be, regionals is really similar to this meet, and then state's the real big one, so it'll be nice.
Yeah, and you're a senior and you're going to UW next year, correct? Are you planning on running track next year?
Oh yeah, that's why I'm going there, run track.
Yeah, you on a scholarship, walking on?
Scholarship.
Yeah. All right, well, congratulations again. All right, we're going to send it back up to you guys.
Thank you so much, Jackson. Daniel Maton heading to the University of Washington on a track and field scholarship. He's obviously going to be running. He is one of the most elite runners in the country right now. As I mentioned just a couple weeks ago, had at the time the 5th fastest time in the entire country in the 800-meter run. Four-time state champion. He won state titles his sophomore year, his junior year, and if past history holds true, he is the odds-on favorite to win 2 more state titles this year at the state championships. And it looks like we have not run our last. I don't think we've run our last 800-meter run, have we? No. Yeah, we're still, and it might be that we're just a little ahead of schedule. So we've got a couple minutes left before the scheduled start time of our 4A women's 800-meter run. All right, I think we're about ready down there. 1 second. Waiting for Jackson to get sorted. He'll have an interview coming up in just a moment with Anna Harrison. We'll throw it down when they're ready from Fort Vancouver, the winner of the 3A 800-meter run. Jackson just taking a couple notes. We want to congratulate Jackson on his nomination for a Northwest Regional Student Emmy Award for his video production work over there in Vancouver Public Schools. Congratulations, Jackson. All right, Jackson, take it away with Anna Harrison.
All right, I'm here with Anna Harrison. She just won the 3A Girls 800.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, what was it like out there? It was you and the Prairie Girl. You guys were just fighting for that #1 spot. You came through. What was that like?
I was just like at the about 600-meter point. I was like, oh no, she's gonna beat me. And then I was like, no, you can't. It's your senior year. It's your last chance to do this. You gotta go. And so I just got some extra strength in the last 100, and I was like, I got this. And then just turned it on as best I could.
Yeah, and you did. You came through, so congratulations on that. And I understand you are a senior and you're going to Eastern Washington next year to run track?
Yes.
All right, are you excited for that?
Yeah, I'm super excited.
And are you excited for regionals?
Yes.
Yeah?
Get some good competition.
Yeah, and then let's hope state, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, all right. Well, again, Anna Harrison, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Congratulations. Anna, we always like hearing that it was my, last home race, if you will, as a senior, closing it out strong, deciding that there's no time like the present to end your local track career on a high note before she heads to regionals and states. Congratulations, Anna Harrison, and on your enrollment to run track at Eastern Washington University. Let's take a look at the lane assignments now. We do have the 4A women out on the track for the 800-meter. Mirabella Gassa from Union in lane 1. Allison Marlin from Battleground in lane 2. Sophie Green from Skyview is in lane 3. In lane 4 from Skyview, it's Presley Timmons. In lane 5 from Camas, Peyton Lesser. In lane 6, Samantha Williams from Skyview. In lane 7, Jenna Lukowiak from Camas. In lane 8, Riley Bowen from Skyview. In lane 9, Brooklyn Baldwin from Union. And in lane 10, Maddie McCuddy from Union. coming into this race. The fastest seed time belongs to Presley Timmons, who ran a great 1,600-meter run yesterday from Skyview with a time of roughly 2:21. Through that first 200 meters in roughly 34 seconds. And that is Presley Timmons from Skyview out in the lead. Followed closely by Peyton Lesser from Camas. Crossing 400 meters in about 70 seconds. Presley Timmons with a seed time that's roughly 4 seconds faster than Peyton, who's currently running in second. Let's see if she can put some distance on that second place runner right now. The high school level, the final 200 meters or so of the 800-meter run. It's where a lot of victories are made or hearts are broken. And I think Presley Timmons has enough distance that I don't think Peyton Lesser is going to be able to make the distance. She is looking back, however. Couple glances behind. No need to do that, though, because Presley Timmons wins easily with a time of about 2:20. And in second, about 2:23. That was Peyton Lesser from Camas. Just been handed some results. We do have Daniel Maton's time, a time of 1:54.76, so about 3 seconds off his state leading time of 1:51 and change. Andrew Weber from Fort Vancouver winning the 3A boys 800-meter run in a time of 1:59.82. And Anna Harrison's final time for the 3A women was 2:23.2. So it'll take us a couple minutes to get sorted for the next batch of races, which will start on the far side of the track on that last corner. Hear the wind here at the top of McKenzie Stadium. Wind picking up here late in the afternoon. All right, Andrew Weber, the winner of the 3A boys 800 meter, down in the winner's circle with Jackson Pace. Take it away, Jackson.
Drew Weber from Fort. He won the 3A men's 800. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
And we talked to you yesterday for the 1600, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So, yeah, this is just half of that. Was it easier today considering that you experienced running the 1600 yesterday?
I don't know. I wouldn't say it was easier. I mean, it was nicer knowing today that I only had one race going in, but the heat definitely affected it. I think times were a bit slower today, and my legs were definitely feeling it from yesterday. So.
Yeah, and then you were, everybody was packed in a group, but then towards that end, you really pulled out a big lead. How do you train for that?
Well, yeah, you're right. We started off really quickly, and we were all kind of scrunched in together. It took me a while to get my rhythm, but honestly, the second lap, I attribute a lot of that to running a lot of 400s this year. Just gave me a lot of extra speed, I think, and it just helped on that last lap, yeah.
Yeah, and your teammate, Anna Harrison, also won the 3A Girls 800. So how does it feel to be, wearing that Fort jersey and representing your school, coming out on top for both races?
Yes, she did. Shout out to Banana. Good for her. Yeah, we both worked so hard at practice, and it's awesome to be out here repping our school senior season, and just so proud of her and proud of my team.
Yeah, all right. Well, congrats. Again, this is Drew Weber. We're going to send it back up to you guys.
Congratulations, Drew Weber. Winning yesterday in the 1,600-meter run, and again today in the 800, and also shouting out his teammate Anna Harrison, who's had a great couple of days of running. And down there, hugs for a fellow competitor. As before Rodney left, we talked about how, especially the seniors, running for 4 years, will run into competitors who run in, similar events. All right, I don't think we're going to have time for this interview just yet, because we do have the entrance for the next event out on the track. So if we could take a look at the lane assignments for the 3A men's 200-meter run. Oh, I don't think we're going to. Take a look at Nolan Mickenham in lane 4. As we already have the guns up. Nolan Mickenham won the 100-meter dash yesterday quite handily, with a time of roughly 10.8. So keep an eye on the center of your track, lane 4, Nolan Mickenham from Prairie. And there he is out front. It's Trayshawn Foreman from Mountain View pulling into second. And he may have been edged at the tape by Tay Marks from Evergreen. We'll have to wait for official results there. Hard to tell from up here whether it was Tay Marks from Evergreen or Trayshawn Foreman from Mountain View in second. But congratulations to Nolan Mickenham. And so I believe Jackson is ready for an interview. Are we ready down there, Scott? To check the audio here. Is Jackson ready down at the winner's circle, Scott? Looks like I've lost communication with the truck. We'll get that sorted out in just a second here. All right, Jackson is ready. Go ahead, Jackson. There we go. Jackson, you ready? Go ahead.
All right, I'm here with Presley Timmons. She just won the 4A Girls 800. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, and we talked to you yesterday because you ran the 1,600, the mile. So you're, what, 0 for 2 now? Or 2-0? I don't know. 1-2, that's all that matters. You gained a big lead in that race. Did you know you were so far ahead?
No, actually, I could kind of hear her breathing behind me, and so I was kind of panicking, I guess, with like 200 to go. But I know I don't like looking back, but I kind of looked over my shoulder with like 150 to go, and I was like, okay, but I really wanted to win, so I wanted to look. So.
Yeah, and you are going to Idaho State for track, is that right? On a scholarship?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, congratulations. And you still have the 4x4 left tonight, so good luck on that. We're going to let you get a little bit of practice in before that. So, yeah, again, Presley Timmons, congratulations. Back to you guys.
Congratulations, Presley Timmons. She's had a couple impressive days of racing and still has one 4x400 meter relay left to go. We have the competitors in the 4A men's 200 meter out on the track. Thank you, Truck, for fixing our audio problems. Every video production is just a series of problems, my coworker Wade says. In this race, take a look for Lincoln Victor in lane 5 from Union High School, who won the 100-meter dash. Joshua Farrington from Camas in lane 1, Ray On Davis from Camas in lane 2, Mason Gross from Camas in lane 3, Blake Derringer from Camas in lane 4. So take a look at the center of your track. The fastest seed times will be there. And Blake Derringer from Camas across the line first, followed closely by Lincoln Victor from Union in second. Congratulations, Blake Derringer, winner of the 4A 200-meter run. As we get the 3A women on the track, we can show you the lane assignments for our next race, the 3A women's 200-meter run. In lane 1, Sadge Reynolds from Fort Vancouver. In lane 2, Emily Madura from Mountain View. In lane 3, Tally Connors from Kelso. In lane 4, Catherine Kadermas, who has had an outstanding day in the hurdles races, or outstanding weekend in the hurdles races from Mountain View. Anna Neal from Prairie. Alba Martin LaCasta from Fort Vancouver in lane 6, Holly Dugan-Wicken from Kelso in lane 7. In lane 8, it's Mary McLeod from Prairie. And in lane 9, Brianna Morrill from Prairie. And Catherine Kadermas, who won the 100-meter hurdles and the 300-meter hurdles, is also favored in this race with the fastest seed time of 26.12. She's fast with hurdles and without. So you'll be looking for Catherine in lane 4. Next fastest seed time is Anna Neal from Prairie in lane 5. If seed times hold true, we have seen some upsets, a few more upsets today based on seed time than we did yesterday. Looks like a bit of a delay down at the start. I think they're just making sure that everything is running right on schedule. And this being our first women's 200-meter run, not scheduled to go till 5:35. So we're waiting another couple seconds here. And now I see the starter climbing onto his platform. And we have a white flag from the timer's tent. Starter's pistol is up. I haven't had any false starts today, knock on wood. Clean start. And it looks like Catherine Cattermouse has made up the stagger, and she's going to come into the straightaway in the lead. And she is going to win this going away. Winning easily in roughly 26.26 seconds. And I believe well, I'm not sure there. I believe that was Anna Neal or LaCasta Martin from Fort Vancouver in second. I'm not sure who that is down with Jackson Pace in the winner's circle, but let's go ahead and throw it down. He's got another interview at the ready. Go ahead, Jackson.
Blake Derringer, he just won the 4A Boys 200. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel?
It feels great. I felt like it was a good race. I stayed relaxed. So, yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, and this is your first 200 win at a districts meet, is that right?
Yeah, it is. So it's a really cool deal, actually. Yeah, I like it a lot.
And you're a senior, so I assume it must be kind of bittersweet. This is your last track year.
Yeah, it is kind of sad. Last district meet of my high school career. It's too bad. We got a fun group this year, so I'm gonna miss them a lot.
Yeah, and how does it feel out there? Especially coming in first place, but wearing that Camas jersey out there representing your school.
It's a cool deal to be like a good Camas sprinter because Camas isn't really known for their sprinting, so it's kind of cool to just be, like somewhat unique over at Camas. So yeah, it's a cool deal.
Yeah, superstar. Well, again, Blake Derringer, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to send him back up to you guys.
Congratulations, Blake, and he is right. Camas, quite well known for their very, very deep distance squad, and he's an outlier there in Camas. Really fast sprinter. Not that there can't be good athletes in any event at any school, but congratulations to Blake heading on to state. Now that we have them on the track, let's take a look at the lane assignments for our final 200-meter run of the day. This is the 4A Women's 200. Tanaraya Deloney from Skyview in lane 1, Emma Coates from Camas in lane 2. In lane 3, it's Ella Wilkes from Camas. In lane 4, Logan Nelson from Union. In lane 5, it's Brooklyn Jackson. In lane 6, Alexandra Stott. In lane 7, Vanessa Nicasio, Riley Gibbs, and Ella Norton in lanes 8 and 9. Logan Nelson from Camas in lane 4 coming in with the fastest seed time. Starter saw something he didn't like as young women were getting settled in their block, so he had them stand up. We'll try this again. Sometimes a starter will bring runners up if somebody takes a little too long getting settled in the blocks. He doesn't want runners to get cramped as they're waiting for the call to get set. And a clean start. The sprinters in the center of the track typically get the fastest seed time, so they do get the fastest seed times. And that is going to be Logan Nelson in lane 4, followed by her teammate Brinley Jackson in lane 5. 25.79 an unofficial time. My hand time is usually a little bit slower than the official fully automatic timing. Logan Nelson in first place, Brinley Jackson in second, both from Union High School. Congratulations. So we will have a couple minute break here as we get ready for our next batch of 3,200 meter runs. Truck is, I see Jackson. Does he have an interview at the ready? All right, Jackson, take it away.
All right, I'm here with Nolan Mickenham. He just won the 3A 200. How does it feel?
Feels pretty good.
Yeah, and you're Prairie, so how does it feel out there, representing your school and coming in first place?
It feels awesome. Prairie hasn't had a straight speed guy in a long time, so yeah.
Yeah, first one in a while. And you're going to Linfield next year because you're a senior. You're going to Linfield next year for both track and football. How does training for at least the running part in those differ, or is there any difference?
There's a little difference. Football, obviously, your side-to-side movement is a lot more important than just straight. So, yeah.
Do you think that training for football with that side-to-side movement has maybe helped you become faster in sprinting?
Not a little bit, but not really. Mostly football or track helps just breakaway speed and stuff.
All right. Well, again, thank you. Congratulations, Nolan Mickenham. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Jackson. Nolan Mickenham. Once we get past the regional meet, he's going to do pretty well in the state competition. Currently sitting in tied for third place for third fastest time in the state in the 3A division in the 100 meters, and he is currently sitting in fifth place in the state in the 3A for 200 meters. Nolan Mickenham had an absolutely fantastic season. When a high school athlete dips below 11 seconds in the 100 meter, they're running really fast, and Nolan Mickenham ran a 10.81 at the Nike Jesuit Twilight Relays back on May 3rd. So congratulations to Nolan. We're a couple minutes away from our next event. We will have two 3,200 meter races, the 3A men and the 4A men. And these are going to be fun races to watch because they are stacked with really fast competitors, many of them from the same high school. All right, I don't know if that's the third or fourth problem we solved tonight. Thank you, Wade and Scott. We've got our audio down at the winner's circle sorted. Again, both yesterday and today's productions, a joint venture between Evergreen Public Schools and Vancouver Public Schools, and video production students and staff from both districts. So thank you to everyone who's taking part in today's event. From the video production side of things, events like this give our video production students real-life job skills that they can use in video production careers or many other careers where technical expertise and teamwork are a necessity. Shot there of our starters and Rory Rosenbach from Union High School, who's heading up today's meet, making sure all the timing technology works. Coach Rosenbach, of course, coach of the Union Titans football team that won a state title this fall. There in the infield, you'll see mostly distance runners getting ready for the next race. And I believe the 3,200 meter competitors in the 3A category have been called to the start line. While we wait for them to take the track, let's take a look at some official times. In the 4A women's 800 meter run, it was Presley Timmons, Skyview, with a time of 2:20.38. Peyton Lesser from Camas in second place with a time of 2:23.32. In the 3A men's discus, the winner Todd Johansson from Kelso High School with a massive throw of 149 feet 10 inches. Daniel Furcron from Mountain View High School, second with a throw of 127 feet even. That was Logan Nelson, who I believe we spoke to. No, we haven't spoken to her yet. From Union High School, the winner of the 4A women's 200 meter run, time of 26.08 seconds. Catherine Cattermoss from Mountain View High School won the 3A 200 in a time of 26.55. Blake Derringer won the 4A 200 in a time of 22.51. He's from Camas High School. And we just spoke with Nolan Mickenham, who won his second event after winning the 100 meter dash yesterday from Prairie High School with a time of 22.54. And I do believe we do have time now to take a look at the entrance in the 3A men's 3,200 meter run. Anthony Johnson from Mountain View, Caden Hoyt from Prairie, Drew Norman from Kelso, Jared Masterson from Kelso, Luke Williams from Prairie, Isaac Bolin from Prairie, Jonah Chambly from Kelso, Ryan Ransom from Kelso, Isaac Moulton from Prairie, Luke Lund from Prairie, and Shun Yamaguchi from Mountain View. Fastest seed times will be Luke Lund and Shun Yamaguchi from Mountain View. Let's take a look at their seed times. Both coming in very close to 10 minutes even. 10 minutes, .40 for Shun Yamaguchi. Luke Lund from Prairie close behind with the seed time of 10:01. Okay, let's get this race underway and then we'll go down for another interview. And we are off. And I believe we restored communications with our crew down there in the winner's circle. Jackson, take it away.
Oh, sorry. I'm here. Introduce yourself, please.
I'm Janina Carey.
Janina Carey, and you won first in the 4A women's shot put. Is that right?
That is correct.
And you also placed second in disc today?
Yes, I did.
Congratulations. And you're a sophomore, and this is your first district win. Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations. And as I mentioned, you do shot put and discus. How does training for those two events differ?
Discus is very technical compared to shot put. I mean, both are very technical sports, but discus requires a different kind of drive motion than shot put does. So it's kind of like a perfect balance between the two.
Yeah. Are either of two, or do you like one of the two more than the other?
No, I like them pretty evenly.
Yeah, pretty evenly. All right. Well, again, thank you and congrats. We're gonna set it back up to you guys.
Congratulations. And just being a sophomore, we are going to be hearing from her for the next couple of years. Shun Yamaguchi in the lead after one lap done, and that is Luke Lund from Prairie in second. This is going to be a tactical race. Those guys going to be pushing each other throughout this race. The next fastest seed time is about 27 seconds slower than Luke or Shun. So you're going to see them really start to string out the rest of the field here over the next 2 or 3 laps. Very tight pack here as we cross the 800-meter mark. Again, Shun Yamaguchi in the lead, looking very comfortable. From the looks of it, he struggled a little bit yesterday in the 1,600-meter run. I believe Shun placed 4th, but absolutely stacked field in that 1,600-meter run yesterday. Five laps remaining, still a pretty tight pack up front. Yamaguchi, Lund, and Isaac Moulton. And actually, no, I believe that's Ryan Ransom and Kelso in third. All right, I'm told we have another interview down in our winner's circle. Take it away, Jackson.
Hi, I'm here with Lexi Raymore. She just won first for Union in both javelin and discus. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, how does it feel to win 2 events at the district meet this year?
Feels awesome, actually. Like, I would have never guessed I would have won for disc, too, because I got jav first place last year. But
yeah, and it's hot out here today. Do you think that affected you at all? I mean, you still came out on top, but how do you think that affected you?
Not really. No, I'm kind of used to it. I play soccer, so I'm used to the heat.
Yeah, and this is your second district win in javelin. Is that right?
Yes, that's right.
Now, how does it feel to be out there, representing Union at the district meet and then coming out on top?
It's so awesome. I'm so glad I get to represent my school and help us get points, get first place, second place, anything,
Yeah, all right. Well, congratulations again, Lexi Raymore. We're going to send it back up to you guys.
Congratulations, Lexi Raymore, winner in 2 events today. She packs a lot of power into not a very tall stature. Lexi Raymore currently ranked, she is a junior, currently ranked 7th in the state in the javelin. With a throw, I don't have her distance for today, I believe. I have to leaf through too many papers, but she is currently ranked 7th in the state in the 4A with a throw of 130 feet, 2 inches. Oh, and that was from yesterday's event with a new personal best. Congratulations, Lexi Raymore. And there it is, Shun Yamaguchi and Luke Lund starting to put some distance on their nearest competitors as we head towards what looks like the last 3 laps of this 3,200 meter run. And as we watched, in the women's 3,200 meter run, that race between Mary Dunford and Emily Phelps, pushing each other, it's just a coin flip. It's a lot of work to lead the race from tape to tape. But Shun Yamaguchi is doing that. We'll just have to see how much power he has through these final 2 laps and whether his pace is too much or just enough for Luke Lund to hang on. And there he is, Luke Lund deciding that he would take the lead. With 2 laps remaining, Luke Lund with a very decisive mood. Let's see if Shun Yamaguchi has enough to respond. Again, the temperature is a little bit warmer than these athletes are used to this time of year. And Luke Lund looking stronger with every stride. And if Shun Yamaguchi's got a kick, now would be the time to use it, because Luke Lund is heading into this bell lap with a good 30-meter lead. Luke Lund hitting that bell lap at roughly 8 minutes and 54 seconds. Shun Yamaguchi crossing in 9 minutes and 2 seconds. And we are going to have a battle for 3rd place on the far side of the track. 3rd and 4th runners running roughly 100 meters behind Luke Lund, who's out to a very comfortable lead as we head into the back straightaway and that final turn. And 100 meters to go in this 3A 3,200 meter run. Keeping in mind that Luke Lund had a seed time of about 10:01, likely to be a little bit slower today given the heat and the wind. And Shun Yamaguchi making a late push, but it's not going to be enough. Luke Lund, the winner, in roughly 10:09. And here comes Shun Yamaguchi from Mountain View, taking 2nd place in 10:14, advancing on to regionals. And that's going to be Isaac Moulton from Prairie in 3rd, and Ryan Ransom from Kelso in 4th. Take us roughly another minute or so for our last runners to finish. Got a couple new field event results that we'll read you as we get ready to bring the 4A men onto the track for their 3,200 meter run. In the 4A women's shot put, Janina Carey from Union High School with a throw of 32 feet 9 inches. Katie Penueta from Heritage High School in second place with a throw just behind in 32 feet 7 inches. And in the 3A men's high jump, Wyatt Prutch from Hudson's Bay High School with a very nice jump of 6 feet 2 inches. That's getting up there. And Jaden Lewis just behind from Hudson's Bay High School with a jump of 6 feet even. We're bringing the 4A 3,200 meter men onto the track. We can take a look at the entrance in this race. There's going to be lots of Camas runners in this one, folks. Porter Craig from Camas, Kaimana Maratini from Skyview, Samuel Bacon from Battleground, Kawika Maracini from Skyview, Max Cunningham from Battleground, Andrew Thurston from Skyview, Connor Hayward from Camas, Braden Sitman from Heritage, Jonathan Riley from Skyview, Austin Weiss from Camas, Luke Utheza, Spencer Twyman, and Jackson Lynn, all from Camas. Can tell they grow lots of distance runners out in Camas. What's interesting about Washington as compared to Oregon, and I think it's a reason why, well, it's a complaint of mine, why there are probably lots of really great track athletes who aren't able to come out for track and field because Washington does its men's soccer season in the spring, whereas in Oregon you have men and women sharing a fall soccer season, freeing up a lot of those really great soccer athletes on the men's side to come out for track and field. And you don't see that in Washington, and I don't know the rationale for it, but I do think you'd see a lot more students coming out for track in the spring if the men's soccer season were in the fall, like the women's here in Washington. I'm going to bring these gentlemen to the start. Look at my seed times here. Jackson Lynn from Camas and Spencer Twyman, both with the fastest seed times, 9:22 and 9:30. And these Camas runners really they run really great as a team. You'll see them run as a group for as long as possible before one or the other will make the move towards the lead, but you can see them working together like a true distance team. Oh, I'm excited about this interview. Catherine Kadermas, I think she's won 3 events this meet. Jackson's got her down in the winner's circle. Take it away, Jackson.
All right, I'm here with Kate Kadermas. You're the big winner these past couple days, aren't you? From Mountain View 3A, you've won 300 hurdles, the 200, long jump, and was it the 100 hurdles? Wow. How does it feel?
Feels great. I mean, I'm super excited. Yeah, it was definitely a great meet overall.
What's it like to, come into this with your 4 events and then coming out of it with, winning all of them?
I mean, I work really hard, so it's just great to see all my hard work paying off and everything, and yeah.
Yeah, and why did you decide to do the long jump along with these 3 sprints, I guess?
Yeah, so I do the heptathlon in the summers, and so that's 7 events in 2 days, and it includes everything, like those 3 of the events I do are also in the heptathlon, so the only one that isn't is the 300 hurdles, but I'm generally a hurdler, so I also...
Oh, okay. Well, how does it feel to be out here, as I said, winning all 4 of your events and representing your school? What's that like?
I mean, it's great. I love representing my school. We have a great set of coaches, and I love my whole team. We're all just super supportive, and it's just great to be a part of Mountain View.
Yeah, all right. Well, again, Kate Cattermas, thank you. Congratulations. Back to you guys.
Kate, congratulations. I believe that is the only 4-event winner we have at this meet. So if there's a superstar of the meet, it's going to be Kate Cattermas. Congratulations to her. And there you have on the back stretch that quartet of runners from Camas. Austin Weiss, Luke Utheza, Spencer Twyman, and Jackson Lynn, all just pushing the pace. I don't think they've taken turns leading laps, which sometimes they'll do when they're pushing each other together. But you can tell that these are all seasoned cross-country runners, the way they're running together. And there we do have a lead change, taking turns, pushing one another. 5 laps remaining in this 3,200 meter run, 8 laps around. Once we get this race completed, we'll have 4 races in what for most people is their favorite event of any track meet, the 4x400 meter relay. This pack of Camas runners is running exceptionally fast. I don't know how the wind is affecting them down on the track. It's certainly much windier up here at the top of the stadium than it is down below. And then taking turns leading the race. Crossing in 1 mile in roughly 4:49. Oh. Some little miscommunication there between the Camas runners. And while these guys are friends and teammates, they are competitors as well. So as we get down to 3 laps and 2 laps remaining, you're going to see the competitor side of these friends come out. And having not seen these Camas runners before, I will be remiss as we close towards the end of the race from naming one or the other, because they are running very tightly together. The trick is waiting until they come down the straightaway and listening for the cheering section to shout out the name so you know who you're talking about. That lead pack of Camas runners has roughly 200 meters on the next competitors who are competing for 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th place. It's entirely possible that these Camas guys are going to run a negative split when you compare their first mile to their second mile, because it looks like they're really trying to pick up the pace here. And I believe that is Jackson Lynn out front now, pushing the pace as we have just under 2 laps remaining. Bit of a battle underway for second place, but Jackson Lynn from Camas out in front. Jackson Lynn from Camas coming into the straightaway, heading into the bell lap. Roughly 500 meters left to go. The race here is really going to be for second place. And there those runners are from Camas heading into that second to last turn. Here's where we're going to see who has the bigger kick. They're in second place. Jackson Lynn just about to head into the final turn. And Jackson Lynn heading into the straightaway from Camas. And I believe that is Spencer Twyman coming up strongly behind in second. And that was a negative split. They ran the second mile faster than the first. Jackson Lynn from Camas winning in roughly 9:37. Congratulations. Heading on to regionals. Let's see. Often have a bunch of Camas runners towards the top of, Jackson, Spencer, and Luke Utheza from Camas. Luke is currently ranked 4th in the state. Oh, I'm sorry. That is a 3,000 meter run. Jackson Lynn, currently ranked 9th in the state. He ran a 9:22 at the very prestigious Arcadia Invitational down in Southern California. And that's the quality of the runners that they have from Camas, that they're able to go to such a prestigious track and field invitational, quite legendary track and field invitational in Arcadia, California. Take another 30 seconds or so for our last finishers in the 4A men's 3,200 meter run to finish. And then we'll take some sorting at the timer's tent and at our start line to get all the teams sorted for the 400 meter relays. And there I've just been handed the results in the 3A long jump. Of course, won by Kate Cattermoss from Mountain View High School with a jump of 16 feet, half an inch. Congratulations, Kate, a quadruple Greater Saint Helens Track and Field champion.
We have a fourth place for Vancouver High School with 81 points. In fifth place, we have Evergreen High School with 46.5. And in sixth, we have McKenzie High School with 9.
We're bringing the 3A men's 4x400 meter relay teams onto the track. There will be 4 teams. Another result just in the 4A men's long jump, Micah Haramoto from Camas High School with an impressive jump of 21 feet 1 inches. Darren Ulrich from Union High School places second with a leap of 20 feet 6 inches. Quentin Patterson from Camas High School in third place with a jump of 20 feet 2 inches. Again, your winner from Camas High School, Micah Haramoto, the winner of the 4A men's long jump. Our starter out there explaining the rules for this race. For the first leg, runners will remain in their lanes. The second leg, if past practice holds true, they will also stay in their lanes, and they will be able to cut to the inside on the opposite side of the track at the 100-meter mark. So I think now we could take a look at the lane assignments here, which don't make much difference once we get past that first leg. In lane 3, Mountain View. In lane 4, Prairie. In lane 5, Kelso. And in lane 6, Evergreen. Fastest seed time for the 4x400 meter run is the team from Prairie High School in lane 4 with a seed time of 3:35, but closely followed by Mountain View and Kelso.
This is the third and final
Okay, starter waiting for the public address announcer to finish what she was doing. Thanks, Jackson. And a clean start as we are underway in the 3A men's 4x400 meter relay. One more result just in. The winner of the 3A women's pole vault from Kelso High School, Natalie Fraley, with a vault of 9 feet even. Congratulations, Natalie Fraley from Kelso High School. And heading into our first exchange, it's Prairie handing off first with Mountain View. And there, they've passed the cut point where they can each run to the inside lane. Prairie out strong. Mountain View about two and a half seconds behind. This is Sheldon Gallipo from Prairie running the second leg. And if my heat sheet is correct, he'll be passing off the baton to Zeke Cochran. Two laps remaining in the 4x400 meter race. Prairie out strongly. On each heat sheet for these 4x400 meter relays, we're given a list of 4 names and 2 possible alternates. Of course, only 4 people eventually running the race. Prairie still running strongly, heading into the bell lap. Again, Mountain View about 2 seconds behind. I believe this is Ian Davis running the anchor leg for Prairie. And if I'm not mistaken, that is Shun Yamaguchi, who just ran 2 miles running the anchor leg for Mountain View. And it is going to be Prairie High School across the tape first in roughly 3:32, followed by Mountain View, 3:35. Our next batch of 4A 4x400 meter relay runners heading onto the track. There are 5 schools represented in the 4A Greater Saint Helens League. Heritage not fielding a team in this event today. So on the track today, you will have in lane 3, Skyview, in lane 4, Camas, in lane 5, Union, and in lane 6, Battleground. Coming into today's race with the fastest seed time is that team from Camas with a time of 3:30.50. And I believe, let's take a look at our 4A rankings here. Camas's team currently ranked 4th in the state of Washington. They ran a 3:26.82 at the Nike Jesuit Twilight Relays back on May 3rd. And if my heat sheet holds true, I believe you will see Daniel Mayton, who has won several races this meet, running the anchor leg.
Isaac, you want to cool down or are you done? You cool down? You don't have to.
Started getting everybody into their blocks. Clean start. And again, one time around, staying in your lane, followed by another 100 meters for the second runner in their lane before they can cut to the inside. Camas out strong, of course. Camas with a seed time roughly 10 seconds faster than the second fastest seed time, Skyview, running in lane 3. And that's Camas and Union handing off 1-2. Camas in the lead, coming down strongly down the home stretch. And that's Union, currently running in second. Followed closely by Skyview and Battleground. This is going to be a battle for second, third, and fourth. Battle right now between Skyview and Union. Union in second place. Skyview pushing. Union looking strong into that last turn. Camus down the straightaway, and he will be handing off to Daniel Mayton for this anchor lap. And then Union followed closely by Mountain View. Battle underway in this final 400 for second place. Daniel Mayton out comfortably. Good 40-meter lead. But let's take a look at this race. Oh, there it is. Skyview making a decisive move on the back stretch. Let's see if he ties up in this last 200 meters. Making a furious run down into the straightaway. Let's see if Union can come back. Let's watch this race, because we know Camus is going to win it. But there it is, Union. Come from behind, second place, followed closely by Skyview and Battleground in fourth. Camus, the runaway winners, the 4A 4x4 relay. And again, Camus ranked near the top of the state in that event. Two more events to go in the second day of coverage of the 3A, or the 3A and 4A Greater Saint Helens League Track and Field Championships. I was just handed the final team scores that I can announce. While these are individual events, track and field athletes do compete for their team. In the events, first place runner will get 10 points, or event winner will get 10 points. Second place will get 8 points, 6 points for third, and so on and so forth. Compiling all the teams in the 3A men's team rankings, Prairie High School out on top with a great final score of 180 points. Kelso High School takes second with 107 points. In third place, Mountain View High School, 98 points. In fourth, Evergreen High School with 72 points. In fifth, Fort Vancouver High School with 37 points. And Hudson's Bay High School in sixth in the team rankings from the 3A men's side with 29 points. And we do have the results of the 4A men's 3,200 meter run. And they came in just like their seed times. 1, 2, 3, 4, Jackson Lynn from Camas with a time of 9:36.67. Spencer Twyman from Camas in second with a time of 9:38.45. Luke Utheza from Camas with a time of 9:38.92 in third. And Austin Weiss from Camas High School in fourth place with a time of 9:54.28. Let's take a look at the lane assignments for the 3A women's 4x400 meter relay. In lane 2, it's Evergreen. In lane 3, Fort Vancouver. In lane 4, Prairie. And in lane 5, Mountain View. And lane 6, Kelso. And we do have the final team rankings for the 4A. Camas High School, on the strength of their distance team, a whopping 147 points. Second is Union High School with 117 points. Skyview High School with 52 points. Battleground High School with 32 points. Fifth place, Heritage High School with 7 points. This 3A women's 4x400 meter relay coming in with the fastest time, seed time, is Prairie High School with the time of 4:12, with several of their middle distance and distance runners packaged in there. Mary Dunford scheduled to run the anchor leg. Look for a very strong start from Prairie in lane 4. Mountain View coming to the exchange first, followed by Prairie and Kelso. Mountain View with the first baton. Prairie following close behind. It looks like Prairie's already made up the stagger. Once they hit that back straightaway, they can cut to the inside. And that is Prairie hitting the cut mark first. Prairie, Mountain View, Kelso, Fort Vancouver, and then Evergreen. Mountain View back in the lead, battling for first here. This is going to be decided on these final 2 laps. With these outstanding distance and middle distance runners from Prairie High School. And they're going to hit the exchange zone step for step. Quick exchanges. And there we have Prairie making a move towards the lead. And hanging into the final straightaway. It's Prairie High School in the lead. About 20 meters behind Mountain View. And I do believe that is Mary Dunford taking the baton for the anchor lap. And this will be another league title for Mary Dunford from Prairie, who's having a great couple of days, helping her 4x400 meter relay team to a 3A Greater Saint Helens League Championship. Mountain View in second, Fort Vancouver, Kelso, and Evergreen. And our final event of this 2 days of live coverage The Greater Saint Helens League Track and Field Championships will be the 4A women's 4x400 meter relay. Look for a strong showing from Union High School, which has a couple years of some really strong sprinters, both on the men and the women's side. Our lane assignments for this race, or at least for the first 500 meters, are lane 3, Skyview, lane 4, Union, lane 5, Camas, and lane 6, Tigers from Battleground. Getting everybody sorted out there on the track. Union High School's 4x400 meter relay currently ranked 9th in the 4A with a seed time of 4:08.13, and they ran that at the Summit Invitational. And we are underway for the final event of 2 days of live coverage, the Greater Saint Helens League Track and Field Championships. Barring any sort of disaster, the race is going to be for second place between Camas, Skyview, and Battleground, all with seed times within 3 or 4 seconds of one another. Great first leg from Battleground. Going to be getting the baton first. Camas and Union second into the exchange zone, taking the baton together. Skyview Storm close behind. And as they hit that 500 meter mark, they'll be able to cut to the inside. Union with half a step on Battleground right now. As As we watch this race unfold, let's take a look at the 3A women's team ranking. So this is how teams finished the meet. Mountain View High School, 168 points, and we want to give another shout out to Kate Cattermoss, who is responsible for 40 of those points all by herself. Mountain View High School winning the team title with 168 points. In second, it's Kelso High School with 120 points. In third, Prairie High School with 107.5 points. In fourth is Fort Vancouver High School with 89 points. Evergreen High School, fifth place with 60.5 points. And Hudson's Bay High School in sixth place with 10 points. Union High School out strong, but that's Camas nipping at their heels. And you know what? We have a race on our hands. And Camas taking the lead as we head into the final straightaway, followed closely by Union. It's going to be all down to this final anchor leg. Camas with the baton first, Union with the baton second and a half behind. Battleground and Skyview gathering the baton together. Camas in the lead. Let's see if Union can catch them. We have Skyview and Battleground coming on strong in third and fourth place. In the final turn, it's Camas. Union coming on strong on the top side of that last turn. As we head into the straightaway, it's Camas with just a step. And it's going to come down to this final 50 meters. And it is going to be Camas eking out a win. Camas the winner, followed by Union, Skyview, and Battleground. Lots and lots of really great competition over the last couple of days. I want to thank again all the video production students and staff from Vancouver Public Schools and Evergreen Public Schools. And I have been getting lots of questions up here in the stands. Yes, we will be replaying these 2 days of live coverage over the summer on Comcast channels 28 and 328, and they will be up on the Evergreen Public Schools YouTube channel. We'll clean up the races just a little bit and have those ready for you early next week, but you can watch the archive live stream throughout the weekend. So from me, Matt Griffin, executive producer of EPS Sports, thank you so much for watching, and congratulations to all of our athletes for a great couple of days of competition. Thanks for watching.